live from Las Vegas. I, of course, am Corey Taylor, and I am so excited to do this interview today because it is a special edition of my show, Corey Taylor Meets Corey Taylor. You see, for years now, probably since I was the age of 4, I've been harassed by the other Corey Taylor's fans. Every time I posted a video or interview, they would always say, "You're not the real Corey Taylor." And to be quite honest with you, I got so tired of hearing it over and over and over again. So I've been trying to get in contact with the other Corey Taylor, you know, the one from SlipKnot and Stone Sour, to finally settle this whole real Corey Taylor thing. So, without further ado, I give you the other Corey Taylor.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Who are you?
You asked me to come on the show. I'm Corey Taylor.
Yeah, you're not Corey Taylor.
Yeah, I'm definitely Corey Taylor.
You're just some guy in a fake SlipKnot mask.
Look, you asked me to come on the show. I'm offended now, okay? I'm the real Corey Taylor.
I'm the real Corey Taylor.
Oi! Get the hell out of here. What's wrong with you? Come on.
See, that's the real Corey Taylor. Everyone, the moment you've been waiting for, Corey Taylor meets Corey Taylor.
Hello, Corey. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. Should I put these on and make it official?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I like cans. These are nice.
Perfect. So, okay. Well, first of all, I just have to say thank you so much for being on this show.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
I've been wanting to meet you for years now because, as you probably heard, your fans have been unfortunately harassing me for years.
Yeah, that's messed up. Shame on you. Shame on you.
And the Maggots, they're amazing fans, though, I gotta say. So kudos to you because you literally have the most loyal fan base I've ever seen.
I do have some very rabid, loyal fans. They get a little crazy, yes, they do. But I'm sure it's done out of a weird sort of love.
Oh, absolutely. They love you guys.
Well, on behalf of myself and everybody involved, I'd like to apologize because of these crazy people. Stop it. Hey, she's as real as it gets. Leave her alone. Don't make me smack you guys.
Well, that's the whole reason for today's show is to decide who's the real Corey Taylor.
Exactly. Well, I mean, can't we both be the real Corey Taylors?
Maybe. We'll see at the end of the show, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because, there are other Corey Taylors out there, too.
There are. You even just told me about one in Florida.
Yeah, there's little Corey Taylor in, I want to say Tampa, Florida. She's 12. She's very, very cool. She comes to all the shows that we do.
Awesome.
There's also a Canadian singer-songwriter named Corey Taylor who actually has an album on iTunes.
I didn't know that.
He gets a lot of flack because people go there thinking that he's me.
Yeah.
And he's like, I am not the Corey Taylor from SlipKnot.
Exactly.
It's very
I understand.
Fun. Yeah.
Even when I post videos, I used to sing when I was little, and they're like, "That's not Corey Taylor. That wasn't him as a kid." Blah blah blah. So yeah.
People are so mean.
I know, but I gotta say, we have a lot more in common than just our names.
I can't wait to hear.
I have a list
you have
here,
a list.
actually.
That's official.
Yes.
It's a list.
Well, we both love WWE.
We do.
Yeah, I was raised on WWE.
Right on.
So.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
Mine's
right now?
The Rock, and yours is
Okay.
Jericho, right?
Well, no, well, he's one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
My all-time favorite is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh,
So we got that. We got that going on.
Yeah.
Because Stone Cold
I
versus
love
The
him.
Rock was amazing.
Yeah, both of them. I love the classic ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We both love horror movies, and we both even acted in horror movies.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Even one of our movies was called Goat, and it was different movies, but they were still the same title, so I thought that was really funny.
Interesting.
We both love Elvis, and one of our favorite songs, I think this is right, you love In the Ghetto, right?
I do love In the Ghetto.
the song, too.
Yeah?
It's not the most common one,
Look
too,
at
so
that.
I thought that was very funny.
It's like we're twins.
know.
It's like we're twins right
Exactly. And then, I forgot. Oh, we're both on IMDb, and I gotta say,
Yes.
I kind of got mad at you for that one.
Wait a minute.
Because that's my acting, and there was always one Corey Taylor ahead of me, and I thought it was a different Corey Taylor. I didn't realize it was you, because it said a soundtrack from Resident Evil. So I was like, who's that? And then, literally, just a couple days ago, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Corey Taylor. And I was like, oh my gosh, he beat me again.
Well,
so I was like,
see, that's not fair. Why am I in trouble? It's not. I don't control IMDb.
I know, but.
All right.
And then, of course, we both love One Direction.
Oh, well.
I'm just kidding.
I don't have enough time to tell you about my love for 1D. 1D.
I know you hate them, but I gotta
I
ask.
don't hate them. I mean, they're okay. Okay. Should we really talk about One Direction?
Yeah, I love them. You
Really?
know, I think they're great.
Are we gonna live while we're young?
Yeah, that's my
Is that
theme
what-
song. Hey.
I know it is. That's what I said.
Yeah.
I will say they had a really great Pepsi commercial with Drew Brees, the quarterback.
Yeah.
I laughed for like 4 days about that. That was
Well,
really
cool.
good.
Well, at least you like them some bit.
They have weird hair.
Aw,
I'm just
I love their
saying
hair.
they have weird hair, and I can't say more about it because my niece Haven used to be a huge fan.
Oh, really?
And now she's more into that 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh,
I
love 5 Seconds
don't know
of
what's
Summer,
going on
too.
with that. I'm like the
You
old
know,
dude
5
going.
Seconds of
What?
Summer is more similar to your type of music than One Direction is.
Are
so
you
that's
sure
kind of
about
good.
that?
They're more rock.
I
so,
need you to explain
yeah.
to me how that's more.
They're way more. Well, they're way more rock than One Direction. They're not close to you, but like they're way more rock than roll than
All right.
One Direction.
She keeps trying to get me to listen to it. I'm like,
I'll get you to
I gotta
listen to
clean the
them,
bathroom right now. Right now.
But I do gotta say, one of the boys, because I call them the boys, because
Yes.
but their best friend is a YouTuber, and his name is Maz, and he loves SlipKnot, and he even has your poster in some of his YouTube videos, and I laugh every time because I was like, I bet he doesn't realize that Corey Taylor doesn't really like his friends all that much.
Well, I mean, hey, to each his own. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, let's get back into the interview part.
Okay, I like this.
Let's stop talking about One Direction.
Okay.
All right, so you are an amazing musician, obviously, and an actor, and you're also an author, and you have 2 books out right now.
Yeah.
And the first one's 7 Deadly Sins, and the second one is A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven.
That's true.
And I gotta say, they're really cool because they're so honest and stuff. So what made you write them and stuff, and what are they about for the people?
Well, I mean, I kind of grew up writing. You know, it's one of the reasons why I got into writing lyrics and then writing songs is because I just love to write, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was writing short stories all the way back in like 2nd grade.
Oh, wow.
They weren't good, but I mean, I was
But you were
trying,
doing
you know?
it, yeah.
So it was always kind of in my blood to write, you know? And then about 14 years ago, I started writing a column for a magazine in the UK called Rock Sound.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me 800 words and basically said, you can write whatever you want, you know? So I did. I still write
That's
for it.
awesome. Oh,
Yeah. So it kind of helped me shape a writing style. And then
That's awesome.
it got to the point where it was just like, well, maybe I should try something a little longer form. And one thing led to another, and I got a book deal. And so I did 7 Deadly Sins, and the rest is history. I love writing. I knew that I had a book in me. I didn't know I'd have 2 and 3 coming up because I just finished my 3rd one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But you also have a comic book coming out in December 10th, right? It's called The House of Gold.
No, that's actually out. That came out last year. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm late.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it took me this long to get here. So, I mean, that used to be current. But now, it was based around the short story that I wrote for our double concept album that we did with Stone Sour.
Oh, okay. I realized it was the same title of one of your albums.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay. And then Knotfest is right around the corner.
Yes, it is. Explosions.
Yes. Why don't
Big,
you talk
big
about
boom.
that? Because I got a few questions about Knotfest.
We've always wanted to do something like this. You know,
Yeah.
we wanted to do something that, A, we believed in, B, was more artistic than most of the so-called festivals that are out there, and C, something that represented our genre. You know, because there's all these different festivals that either are traveling festivals or they're 3-day festivals, and they represent one thing or another, but there's not really not anymore. Ever since Ozfest kind of went away, there's nothing that really represents metal, and that's why we wanted to kind of come in and put our stamp on that type of thing. And we modeled it after the Download Festival in the UK, where it's a 3-day festival, many stages, great bands that we picked out ourselves.
Yeah, I saw the lineup. It looks awesome.
Thank you. And we wanted to make it more of almost like a heavy metal carnival kind of vibe. So there's rides. There are fire breathers and stilt walkers and weird clowns walking around. Yeah. there's this thing called I want to say it's the Terror Dome, which is like this metal like dome that's like on fire and people like wrestle inside. And we didn't make it. It's a traveling thing.
Well, hey.
And as soon as we saw it, we were like, that's coming.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
well,
coming.
It's subtle SlipKnot.
So absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we wanted to do something that was creatively akin to what we like to do, and you know, it's a great way to kind of expose an American fan base to something that is like a European festival. Because the closest thing is Coachella, and that's just boring and hippie and. You're
like
too
Coachella.
busy hugging camels.
It's
I mean,
okay.
it's just weak sauce. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, Coachella.
I like
Boo.
Coachella.
You can like it all you want.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, they get lucky when like they have Rage Against the Machine or the Refused, which is I love the Refused, and they had them come back to like get back together and do a show. But other than that, it's just like the same woo woo kind of weirdness.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bagpipes and flutes going on.
Yeah.
It's weak.
Well,
But that's just me.
Well, Knotfest does sound really cool and really insane, because I also read an article that said there's going to be burning camel poop in the drums.
Oh, clown.
What was the
God bless
inspiration
you.
for
Yeah,
that?
he's okay. So I have to, in order to
It was
answer
very
that, I have to
interesting.
explain to you Sean Cran, Michael Sean Cran.
He's
who
very
is the
creepy,
clown.
by the way.
Well, yes, he is very creepy.
I don't get scared of clowns, but he scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah.
So I have to explain. He had this idea. He's a very artistic guy. He does all of our artwork. He has directed or co-directed our last, I want to say, like 10 or 12 videos.
Oh.
And yeah, so he's visually
Oh, wow.
very similar. So
Yeah.
not only does he contribute musically, but he contributes on the creative side, and he's got a brilliant mind for it. But he is a very, very weird character, right? And I'm saying that
He
out of
sounds
love.
cool. No,
clowns.
I saw his
Well, I don't want him to
interview,
hit me with a stick if I have to say this. But he had this idea for the smell of SlipKnot. And I'm like, okay, all right, you have my attention.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking like it's some type of like aromatherapy weirdness, like it's some kind of like incense stick, and he's just like, no. We're gonna dry camel dung, and we're gonna burn it in barrels around the fairgrounds. And I'm just staring at him, just really?
Yeah.
That's what we smell like, is burning camel poo?
Doesn't sound good for
Sure.
you guys.
I mean, hey, to each his own, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm not going to light up a nice little stick of camel poo
Yeah,
at my
he can do
house
that
to
himself.
just chill, you know. But
Yeah.
the fans love it for some reason, because we did it at the first Knotfest, and you could kind of smell it in the air, but it was very kind of weird. So
Well, it's very interesting and it caught my attention, so I guess it did its part.
it's very nice of you to say that. I'm not sure if it's interesting. It's disturbing a little bit, but
Yeah, disturbing is a better word, I guess.
It definitely makes you go, ugh.
But to each its own, right?
To each its own, absolutely.
I'm going to steal your turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and you have new masks now, I see.
Yes,
Will you be
yes.
performing in those masks, or your old masks too? And
No, just that one, yeah.
Okay.
With every album, some of us kind of stick the same way and change it in subtle ways. People like me, Clown, Sid, a couple others, we change ours drastically.
Yeah.
Because for me, the mask is a representation of the person on the inside. And nobody stays the same over time. That's my belief. So for me, with every album, my mask has evolved and evolved and evolved. And so this one specifically is supposed to represent the person behind the mask, but then the person behind that person, you know, which is one of the reasons why it's two pieces. And you can peel the one off, and it's still a representation. So it's almost like having two different faces, but it's the same person, you know. So yeah,
that's really cool. They look really cool, and I saw the Devil and I music video too.
Yeah. Clown designed that, wrote it, and directed it.
Oh,
he did
wow.
a really great job.
That was
really,
excellent.
really good.
Yeah. And do you guys have new outfits as well, or are they going to be pretty much the same?
We kept it pretty basic for the video because it was more about showing like hearing the new music and then showing the new masks.
Yeah.
On stage, we're gonna have some different stuff with like different patches and artwork and stuff like that. I'm going full on like weird though. Like it's gonna be interesting.
It's going to be cool.
And I'm not telling anybody right now.
And speaking of Knotfest, also, you were very kind enough to get us 4 tickets that we will be giving away. They're going to be 4 tickets, and the way you can win them, guys, is if you like Corey Taylor Talks on Facebook and all the new likes and stuff, we will be doing a drawing or lottery or whatever, and we'll be giving away 4 tickets. So
so do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Do it.
Listen to Corey.
I'm shaking my finger vigorously.
And you also have 2 new members of the band, and I don't think they're official, like, who they are yet, right?
No. They're not official band members yet, but they are people who play with the band.
Okay.
So, time will tell whether or not they're like full members. But with this band, you earn everything. You're not just given that shot. You have to earn it. And so far, they're doing really well, and we're really enjoying jamming with them. So but we're keeping it kind of on the DL, but not really, because somebody already pointed out the tattoos. Yeah, I was like, why didn't we make him wear gloves? I was so upset. I was like, we thought of all this stuff. Like, we put the hood on him and then the mask, and he's like, it's really hot, guys. And then there's his tattoos for everybody. I was like, well, we missed the mark on that one. So.
But speaking of which, also in the Devil and I music video, I saw you viciously stabbing the 2 new members.
Yeah.
Was that like an initiation into the group, or is it
kind
of
really
like goodbye to the? Goodbye to the old members.
So if there's a bassist and a drummer combo out there looking for work, we promise not to kill you in the next video.
Hey, we have one here. So
that's what I heard. This guy, but he was the creeper. He was the one that was trying to play the fake Corey Taylor.
Oh, that's right.
I'm on to you, and I can smell your fear right now. It's kind of musky. It's a little dirty.
Camel poop, kind of.
It's a little camel poo-ish. I'm just going to be serious here. No, it was symbolic. Yeah, it was kind of the same thing I was talking about before. It's almost like a initiation kind of thing. Cool. So I can say that fake blood does not taste good.
It doesn't.
If you ever have the opportunity to get shot in the eye with it, I tell you, please decline, because it's not a good time. And if you look at my shoes, they're still covered in fake blood.
I do see that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm
not going to take them off because
my
Doctor Who socks are kind of minging right now, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, it stains everything. Not good.
And with the new album coming out, does it feel kind of like you guys are starting over, or does it feel more like it's restarting everything? Like,
it's a little both. I mean, obviously, when we lost Paul, I mean, it was a huge loss, and then parting ways with Joey was really difficult. Yeah. But for us, it's just the next stage. It doesn't feel so much as starting over, because no one can take away what we've achieved. You know, we worked really hard for it. We have some of the best fans in the world. So even though we kind of took this hit, and it took us kind of 4 years to recover, we knew that the fans would be there to kind of help us do it. So when we were ready to make a new album, it would feel right. And they've been the best. They're just as rabid now as they were 10 years ago, 15 years ago now. Yeah. And so we're extremely lucky. It just feels like it's the next phase. It's the next part of the evolution for us.
Well, that's really cool, and it sounds awesome, so I'm very excited about this. And you're not only in SlipKnot, you're also in Stone Sour, which you started actually in 2006, if I'm correct?
Well, no. Actually, Stone Sour was started before SlipKnot. I started Stone Sour in 1992.
Oh, wow.
22 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, my knees just ached really bad right there.
Yeah,
it was it was the first serious band that I ever started, and kind of like today, there was kind of a rotating cast of characters, really. But then I put it on hold, or I left Stone Sour in '97 to join SlipKnot. And
that's the year I was born.
Oh,
my gosh, yeah, really. But wait, that's another sign
that's so
right there.
Weird. See? No, it's not weird. It's just it's numerical. Is really what it is.
But yeah, that's really cool. And do you prefer performing with Stone Sour or with SlipKnot, or is there not really a preference?
No. I mean, both have both are both help me achieve wonderful things.
Yeah.
You know, with SlipKnot, there's a psychosis there that, you know, for better or for worse, I have to deal with it. A lot of rage, a lot of issues, and it helps me positively figure it out. You know, it helps me channel that and make a great kind of vicious noise, while at the same time like maintaining who I am. And Stone Sour is kind of the other side of that coin, where it's much more personable. It's much more, I don't want to say lighter, because there's definitely heavy stuff to it, but it's definitely allows me to kind of show my more garrulous side, or you know, goofball side, really, I guess is where it's at. But yeah, I mean, I love both, you know. I mean, I can go from playing for 150,000 people with SlipKnot and then doing a club show with Stone Sour to 800 people, and I get the same joy out of it, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I read that some people say that SlipKnot and Stone Sour kind of sound the same. I don't see it, because I think they're very different. But what do you think?
I think a lot of it comes down to my voice. Like, there's a lot of people that think when I sing heavy with Stone Sour that I'm trying to do SlipKnot, and then vice versa. When I sing more melodic with SlipKnot, I'm trying to be more Stone Sour. And it's like, yeah, but you're not hearing the music. You're not putting everything together.
Yeah.
Like The Devil and I. A lot of people said that they compared it to Stone Sour because a lot of it is melodic until it gets to that chorus and it punches, you know? And I'm like, no, not really. You know, kind of Stone Sour or kind of SlipKnot music, it's a SlipKnot song, you know? And I think it's because a lot of people, for better or for worse, choose the easy way to figure out what they're thinking about or what their opinion is. So if they read somebody say, well, he's singing melodically, it has to be Stone Sour, a lot of people pick that up because it's easier to go with the crowd than it is to think differently.
I agree totally.
But we encourage our fans to try and do that stuff.
That's
so
cool.
You're getting a note.
He has music for SlipKnot and Stone Sour too, so that's cool.
Is this our Christmas song? I love it.
Yeah, if you want to play it throughout the interview or something. But and how did a young kid from Iowa end up in 2 rock and roll bands and in Vegas as well? That's a really drastic change.
There's really no easy answer for that. I live part-time here because my wife's family, her immediate family lives here. So we bought a house here about 6 years ago, and we've been bouncing back and forth ever since. I still have a house in Iowa, and we still have a house in Iowa, and we have a house here. So it's kind of like my second hometown now. And
awesome.
That's really fun. Enjoy coming here. As far as the first half of that, I don't know. Nobody's more surprised by my success than I am, to be honest. Because if you look at just look at SlipKnot, and as a whole, there was no reason we should have made it. You know, like at the time. We were a 9-piece heavy metal band, like a brutal heavy metal band, who wore masks and coveralls, and it just happened, you know? Like, to this day, we still look at each other and go, really? Really? All right. Yeah, to each his own.
Well, I think it is so successful because it is so different, and you guys, you can tell you love what you're doing and stuff, and I think that shows, and people look up to that and stuff, and your music's great and people can relate to it and stuff, so I think that's really why you're so successful.
Thank you, Corey Taylor. That was a wonderful compliment.
And also, going back to Stone Sour really quick, I saw that you did a cover of Elvis's Burning Love, and I gotta say, it was probably, honestly, the best Burning Love cover I've ever seen.
I love that song. I did it, actually, I did a book tour where I was doing like a solo acoustic stuff. And me and my buddy Jason, who's my best friend, and we do a lot of acoustic stuff together. We were like, what's a fun song that we can just get weird with, you know? And Burning Love just made sense.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's really how the song kind of destroys itself at the end, where it just kind of, we really go full on Elvis, and the lip comes up, and it's like, and it just degenerates from there. But it's, you know, the fans seem to like it.
I like it. I thought it was really cool.
Thank you.
And so Stone Sour you actually started first. What made you start that? Like, how did it actually start, and why did you bring it back, too?
I started Stone Sour because I'd met these really great dudes who I just wanted to start a band with, you know, because I joined bands here and there, but I just wasn't getting to do what I wanted to do, you know, and with, you know, when it came to Stone Sour, it was actually me and our old drummer Joel Ekman who started it together in my grandma's basement, which, you know, was very funny.
Yeah.
And we just, you know, it was just about writing songs and saying to heck with it, you know? I mean, because at the time, in order to play anywhere, you had to play, you know, 3 one-hour sets of covers. And we were like, okay, well, we'll do covers, but we're going to do our originals too, you know? So we would do half and half, and we just, you know, we built up this really cool, strong fan base there, you know? And then obviously I joined SlipKnot later just because I loved the band. You know, I was a fan. I was actually at the first SlipKnot show in the audience, right in front of them. And something in my head, I was just like, I'm going to sing for this band someday. And I'd never had that feeling in my life.
Wow. And
lo and behold, about a year later, they came and they asked me to join. I put Stone Sour back together, though, because SlipKnot was kind of starting to go down a very dark path, which was fine.
Yeah.
But I felt like there was stuff that I wasn't getting to do musically, you know? And I was thinking about doing a side project of sorts, and then I realized, it's like, well, I've still got this other band, you know? And I was still friends with everybody, and it just made sense, you know? And lo and behold, we recorded the first Stone Sour album in 5 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Soup to nuts, everything done, and it was done in 5. Yeah, you know,
that's crazy.
Self-financed, and nobody wanted to give us money for it, and then it went gold,
and
people were like,
when?
So it was just like,
you got the final laugh. Exactly.
So.
But that's really cool with SlipKnot that you knew that was going to happen. I really believe in the power of positive thoughts and stuff.
Absolutely,
and I think that's excellent. That's really cool. So besides One Direction, of course, who's your favorite band?
Oh, well,
there's a
besides,
lot of really
in addition
bands.
to One Direction,
of course.
Who am I crooning to these days? It's weird. I love music and I celebrate music as like just my whole life, you know. So I love it to a point where every day I have a different favorite band. To be honest, like there's a band called Amen, who I love, and I know those guys from way back. They were recording their first album when SlipKnot was recording their first album with Ross Robinson, the producer. So I got to hear it before anybody else did, and I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And they're a very vicious punk rock band. And their first 2 albums are probably 2 of the best albums I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, if you're into that type of music, it's offensive. I'm going to put it out there. It's very offensive. But spirit-wise and attitude-wise, there's not a lot of bands that come close. But just off the top of my head, they're one of my favorite bands. But I have several, and from several different genres as well.
Oh, really? So obviously heavy metal and stuff, but what other type of genres are you into then?
Obviously, I love early, 70s punk. I grew up listening to that. But then I also like, 80s new wave, and 80s glam rock and 80s thrash metal and 90s grunge and 90s hip hop. And I love, pretty much anything I'm into.
Variety.
70s disco. I could quote KC and the Sunshine Band to you all day and not feel bad about it, because
but do you dance?
Well, everybody asks what's your guilty pleasure, and it's like, well, see, that's an oxymoron, because if you get pleasure from it, why should you feel guilty about it?
Yeah.
Especially music, which is really the only thing that really can be the icebreaker when it comes to a conversation, because if you don't like music, then good Lord, man, take a nap, get back in the game. It's just that simple,
Yeah.
So I love what I love. I've always said your heart knows better than your head does what you like. It's only when you talk yourself out of enjoying something that you cease to be appreciating it from a righteous place. You know? So cool. I love what I love. I'll say it. I love One Direction.
Woo!
I just lied to all of you.
Well, well, thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that's it. Corey Taylor, that's One Direction. Yeah, but which one? Yeah, see, I've covered the bases there.
See, you were supposed to be my key to meet One Direction, too, because obviously, if I can interview Corey Taylor,
if I'm your in to meet One Direction, you know what?
Well, you're better than
Give
One
me a
Direction,
year.
right?
We'll make this happen. Good Lord. I
That's
love
so
it.
funny. And you have a movie coming out very soon.
Yes.
It's called The Fear Clinic with
Yeah.
Robert Englund, who of course is Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. That's
It's super.
really,
You
really
have no
cool.
idea. It's so awesome.
And when's
He's
it
very
coming
cool.
out, and what's it about and stuff?
I think it's coming out in February. It was supposed to come out in October, but we pushed it a little bit because the edits weren't done and everything. It was still kind of getting everything together. But I think it's coming out in February, and essentially it's based around this doctor who is Robert Englund's character, Dr. Andover.
Oh.
And he does this strange form of fear therapy and this thing called the fear chamber.
Oh.
And people get in, and he talks them through envisioning their fears and like taking them back to the thing that like scares them the most or whatever. And slowly but surely, this chamber starts to kind of collect people's fear, and it becomes conscious. Like it's really weird.
That sounds really cool.
I play a total scumbag called Bauer, and I grew a mustache for it, which was really odd. I mean, it was.
I saw you with the
right?
mustache,
It's
yes.
so creepy. It's like my wife wouldn't even look at me like when I had it. I mean, it was like because my beard comes in fully red, so I just look like an Irish weirdo, like just like the really. And she made me shave it before I came home. It was so rad. But yeah, I had a really good time doing it. I learned a lot. I mean, it was one of those things on my bucket list. You know, it's like be in a movie, and I was lucky enough to get a great opportunity and with a great cast. Not only Robert Englund, but Fiona Dourif, who's been in a number of things. And it's Brad Dourif's daughter, who was the voice of Chucky.
Oh my
He was in the two of the Lord of the Rings movies.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so we're talking about horror royalty, really.
Yeah.
And Thomas Dekker from the Teen Wolf, MTV's Teen Wolf, and a bunch of different stuff. So it was kind of a loaded cast. I just kind of showed up and went, with my weird mustache. But I had a really great time doing it. I can't wait to see it. I still haven't seen it. Like I've seen like bits and pieces from the trailer.
Yeah, usually you don't see it till the very end.
see
it
anything.
sucks.
Like,
You're
I'm
like,
like,
I get it.
But I'm gonna get to see it October 22nd at the LA Scream Fest.
Awesome.
They're doing a sneak preview. So
Yeah, Screamfest. I was trying to go to that, so they're very cool. I'll see if I can get in.
you should totally go.
I'll see. Yeah,
I might know somebody who can sneak you in the back door. Or something.
Yeah, well, I could just sign Corey Taylor and.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh well, you're late for your Q&A.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be great if she went up for that Q&A? It's like what, and you could just say, look, I'm in character for another movie that I'm shooting right now. I apologize. I'm between shoots.
That's funny.
I apologize. I'm between shoots.
Well, there you go. We got a whole plan now.
Yeah, well, there we go.
But I don't know if you know this. I am actually an actor too, and I'm known for mostly doing horror films because that's my thing. I love horror films.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Which ones were you in?
I'm mostly in independent ones and stuff, and short horror films and stuff. But also I have another film coming out soon. It's called Atelophobia, and it's the first horror film that I'm the star of in a feature film, so I'm very excited about that.
Well,
so, yeah.
nice, congratulations. That's
and
awesome.
even
Wait, did
the
you
people
say
that are doing
Nutella
this-
phobia? Are you scared of chocolate cream?
I wish I love Nutella
I love
phobia.
Nutella. Yeah, it's delicious.
Nutella's
Why would
the
you be
best.
scared of
I don't
Nutella?
know. No, it's atelophobia.
Oh,
which is
atelophobia,
the
okay.
fear of imperfection.
Oh.
Yeah, and I need to get your promise here, okay? You need to promise
boy.
me something,
Okay.
okay?
All right.
So since we're both Corey Taylors, we got each other, and you're a horror actor, I'm a horror actor.
Absolutely.
I do a lot of horror films, and I really think you should be in it. I mean, think about it. It could be like starring Corey Taylor and Corey Taylor, and then people are like, who's who?
Or it could be Corey Taylor squared.
Right. We'll bring math into it, too.
Yeah, so people are like, this is hard. Why is that 2 there? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's
if
do
I
it.
ever get 5 minutes to do something cool again like that, absolutely, I'd totally do it.
That'd be really cool. I'd love to.
Okay, we got a pinky
yes,
on it.
Okay.
All right, pinky. See that?
Yes.
It's binding in Nevada
Yeah,
right
on
there.
film,
That's
Exactly.
better than a contract.
Absolutely.
All right, good.
And then there's also a really cool film festival in Vegas called Polygrind, and
which I just heard about. Yeah.
Chad Clinton Freeman, who is the owner of it, and he started it, and he's the host of it. He loves you, and he would love you to show up to the thing if you ever get free time too. Which I know you're so busy, but if you ever get free time, that'd be really cool.
Okay, now I have to ask this. This is all seriousness. You don't owe him money, do you? You don't have to say that. Okay,
No,
so it's for real. Like, that's genuine. Okay,
No.
all right. Then I will do my very best not to miss it.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So it could be Corey
Is
Taylor.
there anything
Corey
else I
Taylor
have to
again.
promise and commit to?
Yes.
Known you for an hour. Booked for the next 30 years.
Well, I've been harassed for years, so I think I deserve it.
Oh, see? Now that's not
I'm
cool.
bringing the guilt card here. I'm bringing the guilt card in here.
I just defended you to everybody. How does that work? All right.
All right, and
You're mean, Corey Taylor.
I get it from you, I guess.
What do you mean you get it from me? Oh my God.
It's a name.
Fine. I learned it by watching you. I didn't realize I was that mean.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying here. Okay.
No, we're doing great.
Yeah. But okay, let's your new album,
Yes.
45, the Great Chapter, right?
Yes.
What can we expect from it? Like, I know there's been 2 songs that's been released from it so far,
Yes.
right? But
Yeah.
what can we expect from it?
Actually, and I'll tell you this right now. Maybe not. Maybe we should keep that secret. Okay, we'll keep it secret.
Exclusive here. We
No. I'll give you an exclusive soon.
Okay. Okay.
Musically, it's very dense. It's very dark. To me, it has the heaviness of Iowa, like the dark heaviness of Iowa, matched with like the esoteric like art of Volume 3. And it's actually a great marriage of the two. And there's like all of these great elements that kind of run through it. Musically, anyway.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it's really the story of the last 4 years, from the day that we lost Paul until basically leading up to the future, the first time we take the stage with new material, you know. So I mean, it was hard, you know. I mean, it was, but it felt good to kind of get that out, you know. I think it's amazing. I think people are really going to dig. I mean, it's been a great reaction from the 2 songs.
Yeah, great reaction. I love both of them too. So.
I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I know that we're going to do something special with one of the songs in the next week or so.
Oh.
It's a brand new song, so we'll see what happens. But see, that's what I was like, maybe I should do all the info. No, we'll just tease it.
Okay.
So
Okay, we'll
in
tease
the next,
it.
In the next week
I'll
or
take
so,
it.
look for another taste of the new album.
I'm
But yeah, I mean, I'm really stoked about it. Like, I'm proud of the fact that we all kind of rose to the occasion and were able to make something this good, you know? Because I mean, Paul was such a huge part of the creative process, the songwriting process, and Joey as well. That, you know, it was like, how are we going to do this without them? And we all kind of filled in that blank, you know. And you know, I give props to Jim. I give props to Clown. They were the ones that really kind of ran with it and gave me a lot of stuff to work with, you know. And yeah, I mean, I was really stoked.
Yeah, and I gotta say, you're a great man, and I really gotta say this, you're so inspirational.
I don't owe you any money. Come on, you don't have to say that.
No, but I gotta say this truly because I think it's so cool that you're open about your addictions when you were younger and stuff, and how you've been sober. And I think that is great for people to look up to, and I think that's great that you're honest about it. And do you have any advice for people that are going through stuff like that and are trying to get off of drugs and alcohol and stuff like that? Because I really think that's awesome.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. For me, it's about representing another end of the spectrum, because you know, especially today's culture, there's very much a tendency to, this YOLO thing, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It is. No, it is.
It seems like people are more prone to go to those extremes and not really know why and not really understand the dangers of it. You know, I'm not saying don't be young and don't, you know, live life, but when you get kind of, I mean, addiction will pull that into your 30s, your 40s, you know, and it'll tear you down unless you can get a handle on it. You know, for me, it was a huge struggle, and if I hadn't kind of pulled myself out of it when I did, I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. You know, so it's about, you know, the thing that I can the best advice I can give you is twofold. One, if you're ready, don't hold anything back from going and finding the help that you need. Yeah. Because and it doesn't have to be one way or another. Whatever works for you is what's going to work for you. You know, some people use programs. Some people just go cold turkey. Yeah. There's no right answer. It's whatever works for you and keeps you on that steady path. For me, the thing that keeps me where I am is the fact that I'm healthier. I'm in better health than when I was 30. Let's put it that way. I have my family, I have my friends, I have all of these things that I get to do. Yeah. Not that I have to do, that I get to do, you know? And once you pull yourself out of that, you rediscover the passion for it. And, you know, that's all I need. Like, I'm not in a program, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't use a program. Yeah. Some people, they thrive on it. Other people, they tend to chafe at it because for one reason or another. But whatever works for you, don't be afraid to do it. And don't be afraid of advice. But if you're not ready to do it, don't force yourself, because it's a recipe for falling down. And that's the thing that people don't understand, is that it's almost like trying to push a bowling ball down a sink. There's no way it's going to happen, you know? No, the more you push on it, the more it's not going to go down that sink. So you have to wait until you're ready. And that's really when everything will turn around, if you want it to.
Well, that's excellent. And I do commend you on that, because that is awesome. And also, you speak out about bullying and stuff, and that shows that you're a great role model and stuff. And when people like you speak out on stuff like that, and people can actually look up to you, I think that's great. And I think that's awesome that you're open about it and helping it. So that's really cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. But now I'm going to have a couple of fun questions for you.
Oh, we've come to the fun question.
Yes.
Part. I'm ready.
Okay.
These better be fun, Corey.
They are.
I'm telling you right now.
Well, okay.
I want a pinky promise that these are fun. She balked.
Well, what's your kind of fun? I don't know about your kind of. Okay, we'll do my kind of fun.
Okay. All right, your kind of fun.
Okay. All
right, here we go.
Well, this particular one isn't fun. Well, it is. Okay. Do you have any fears or phobias, like such as spiders or snakes or the dark?
I am terrified of sharks. I'm pretty much on the record with that too. Like, a lot of people are like, really? And I know it's funny coming from a landlocked state like Iowa. And it's like, where did this come from? I'm fairly certain that my mom took me to see Jaws, the original Jaws, when I was 4, and it just kind of imprinted it, which, you know, it is what. So, yeah, I start sweating profusely. The shirt starts sticking. But here's the weird thing: I go and see every shark movie. I married a woman who is just completely obsessed with sharks.
Wow.
And then that led to swimming with sharks when we were on vacation.
Ooh,
and
I would have did that one.
you could hear me
brave.
screaming underwater. That's a true story. We have the video. And these guys are on the boat, and they've got it on this big stick, and they stick the camera down, and it's just me flailing like an idiot.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, and these really nice people from Brazil laughing at me like the whole time. I'm like, you don't even know me.
That's funny.
So yeah, Sharks.
So do you watch Sharknado and stuff like that?
Oh yes,
I love
it's so
Sharknado.
brilliantly amazing. I love Sharknado so much that I actually submitted 2 names for the sequels. They didn't use, they passed on them. I thought they were great. Well, one was Shark 2, Shark Harder. I thought that was great. That guy was like, how can you not? That's gold.
Yeah,
The other one's got a swear word in it. I won't tell you which one. That was like a joke. That was my backup, you know?
Well, I even tweeted some, like, because you know how they were, like saying, oh, these tweets were, like, the top tweets and stuff. I thought of, like, some really clever tweets, I thought, but we didn't get in, so I was like, whatever.
Okay.
And who's your favorite actor? Because, you know, you're not, like, acting, but do you have a favorite actor?
Again, it's kind of like music. Well, besides, I mean, my obvious favorite. I have several. I mean, I love Robert Downey Jr. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing. Yeah. Meryl Streep is fantastic. She's one of my favorite actors. I mean, full stop. She can really kind of play anything.
Yes.
Other than that, I mean, I tend to gravitate more towards like character actors, you know? Even though I will say I am a huge Tom Cruise fan and I don't even care because he sells everything he's in. And I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen it, see Edge of Tomorrow. It's really good. It's really good. Like, it's surprisingly good. I was like, this is just going to be another bunch of him running around with his abs sticking out, but it was actually really funny, smart-ish. It's like Groundhog Day meets Battle Los Angeles. Like, it's really, really good. It's pretty sweet.
Well, very cool. You have a variety of different tastes.
See, I come in here loaded. I'm giving you guys platinum. Platinum up here.
You're a man with many different layers, like your mask. So.
I'm like a parfait.
Speaking of which, what's your
favorite
dessert?
Speaking of parfait, my favorite dessert,
Uh-huh.
Ben & Jerry's Everything But the Ice Cream. Because it's just a mash of wonderful. It's like they stuck everything in one pint, and they don't make them big. They don't make them big, and it makes me angry because I would eat a quart of that stuff.
That's funny.
Just by myself in my underwear, just sitting watching TV. You gotta let it melt a little bit. So. I've gone too far. I apologize. That's my favorite. Anything chocolate, really. That doesn't involve fruit and or nuts, because I don't like the combination of fruit and chocolate.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is it just weird?
Both.
My family thinks it's weird. Let's put that on the fact. Are they wrong?
I don't know. It depends on opinion, I guess.
Say they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Ha! I told you they were wrong. Wrong. Sorry. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
And Coke or Pepsi?
Cherry Pepsi, vanilla Coke.
Huh. So you're not picking favorites.
Of course not.
That's a smart idea.
Of course not.
That's a smart idea.
I'm still looking for endorsements.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, right. It's like when I'm making fun of One Direction, I like to drink Pepsi. That's happening.
And if you could be a superhero, what would your superpower be, and what would your super name be?
Ooh.
This is tricky, huh?
This is very tricky because it comes down to a lot of different attributes. Yeah. You know, what do I want to do? Do I want to fly? Do I want to see through walls? Do I want to have super strength? Do I want to have a combination of those things? Do I want to be a hog like Superman, just have all of it at once, impervious skin? Do I want to have a sidekick, or do I want to be super smart like Batman? Do I want to climb walls and have like witty banter like Spider-Man? Where do you go? Do I want to have adamantium? You know, like why are you looking at me like that? This guy.
It's the guy. He keeps lying about everything.
Dude, you're giving me a rash right now. All right, seriously. Like, oh, look this. You're giving me gas. Actually, it's not good.
Got some Tums.
You know what? Spider-Man is my absolute favorite superhero.
Huh.
So I would just be cool to be Spider-Man.
Cool, and you could be like Spider Corey or something like that.
I could Spider-Cord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I could just change my last name to Spider-Man.
But then you
Corey
wouldn't be Corey
Spiderman
Taylor
here for
anymore.
Alka-Seltzer Plus.
But then you wouldn't be Corey Taylor anymore. That's
true.
the best name in the world.
That's true.
So.
You know what? It is.
Yes,
it really is.
And I saw that Sean the Clown hates koalas. So do you have, I love koalas, but do you have a favorite zoo animal?
Anything that's not prone to eating you, really. I mean, no, anything that's not prone to ripping you to shreds, because those gorillas are strong, man.
They are.
They really are.
They are.
No, we'll just go with the platypus.
Wow.
It's God's Rubik's Cube. You know, it's like, what are you?
That's a good
I've
point.
heard those things are vicious in the wild too. Like,
Really? I didn't know that.
They'll come at you. I'm gonna come at you, bro. It's like you're a platypus. I don't know what I am.
And finally, this is gonna be interesting.
Oh, boy.
Justin Bieber or One Direction?
Oh, One Direction all day.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Me too.
That
That's
kid.
okay.
You know, I won't even get into it.
No. Oh,
He
should
is
stay away
just
from it.
degenerated into a terrible, terrible human being.
And it's sad because he's truly talented, but he has just
Well, that's the but see, that's the problem. When you have people surrounding you, talking you up, making you feel bigger than you actually are, you forget the fact that you should be lucky to be where you are. That kid was so lucky. Started out with nothing, became a YouTube sensation, was built up, got all of these great things, got to do cool collaborations with everybody, got a mashup with SlipKnot. What? Come on. Huge. I had nothing to do with it. It was still pretty cool. And then basically turned his back on everything because he thought he was better than he was, you know?
Yeah.
And it's, I just like the fact that Orlando Bloom torqued him in the nose.
that was
As
pretty
he was
cool.
as he was hiding behind his bodyguard, by the way. What? And Orlando just went. That just sums up Justin Bieber right there.
Well, that's cool. So One Direction for the win then.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't feel good about it though.
Oh, we're getting close to the end of our show.
To the end? Really? Is that it?
I know.
Oh my goodness!
We
It's already.
have-
It's like 10 till 7.
And we have some shout outs too from
Oh, okay.
fans.
All right.
Could you possibly give them some shout outs? Because they tweeted me and stuff and messaged me
Oh.
and stuff. And this kid's really cool. I've known him since my whole life. And he actually was the one that brought it to my attention first that my name's Corey Taylor and you're
Oh.
Corey Taylor. So could you give a few shout
Okay.
outs?
Now is that Zanin?
Yeah.
Steven. Okay. What up, Steven? Steven Zanin. I'm not sure how to do shout outs. This is going to be kind of uncomfortable. Your shout out to Steve Zay. Steve Zay. We go way back. We go way back like that. I hear you're going through some tough times, man. Stick with it because it's the best thing you can do for yourself. I believe in you. We believe in you, and we think and that's sometimes that's all you need to hear.
Yeah.
So be strong. You'll get through it. Give some love to Jack Saint. I guess. And this person, Mary, who has no last name, is fine. Oh, Corey Taylor World. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
at
really
Corey
cool.
Taylor World. We'll give you some love because
Yeah,
you're great
they're
on
the
Twitter.
best. Yeah.
And she keeps, I think it's a she. She keeps reposting these weird photos. But I look really good in them. So I'm not going to say
Well, then
anything.
that works.
Yeah,
Well, since it's the end of our show, I think we can both agree that we're both the real Corey
we
Taylors.
both are, absolutely.
Yes.
And we
So-
didn't cancel each other out, so that's pretty
Yes.
good. It is like a black hole didn't open up between us. So
Yeah, well, thank you so much again for
You're
being on my show.
absolutely welcome. Thank
This
you
is
for
so
having
cool.
me.
I've been looking forward to this forever, so
I
thank
hope it
you.
was a good time.
It was a great time.
Right
Thank you everyone for listening, and I want to say a big thank you once again to everyone that helped get Corey on this show. Thank you to all my fans and stuff, and all of Corey's maggots. And
Thank you.
yes, and a big thank you to Tony Benici and to Daniel. Daniela, I'm sorry, and Steven and everyone, and Doug Farah from House of Dawn Productions, and Jay from iClimate Studios. So
And
thank
the
you
Red
guys so
Valley
much.
Media Group.
And thank you guys so much. Remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you, and God bless.